At the Little Spokane River just north of town, neighbors are taking precautions to protect their homes. But as KXLY4's Casey Lund shows us, some folks are putting all that water to some good use.
The Little Spokane River not looking all that little today. Here at the Windermere Golf Course, you can see the water coming over one of the pathways here near hole 16. Folks we talked to that have lived here for decades say they haven't seen it this bad in more than 20 years.
20 years ago it was flooded, but now you see the water that's come across the parking lot here in the grass.
Taking in the sights and sounds.
The turkeys are running for high ground too, so.
The raging Little Spokane brought out amateur photographer Dave Mutton.
There was this water next to the fence, but now this has got some measurable water here, so this is really quite a spectacular event that's going on here.
Mutton bumped into another neighbor here at Pine Ridge Park. Camilla Hansen and her dog Sarah are making the best of a very wet day.
She's just loving it. She goes in the water no matter how hot or cold it is outside.
Both say they live above the floodplain and aren't too concerned, but they are worried about neighbors that are in a more serious situation.
We're above the floodplain. There is a gentleman up here on Shady Slope that's battling it out with sandbags and that where the Peon Creek comes in. And that's quite a scene up there.
Parts of county roadways are also covered in water. The county sheriff's office reminds drivers to avoid those areas, even if it doesn't look that deep. Reporting in Meade, Casey Lund, KXLY 4 News.
Well, soggy ground is causing some major headaches for people who commute between Plummer and St. Mary's, Idaho. State Route 5 between those two towns now closed. Authorities say the road is shifting and is damaged. Commercial vehicles now being rerouted north to I-90. Local residents are using a detour through Hayburn State Park. Crews aren't sure yet when that road will be repaired. And take a look at these pictures. A Union Pacific train derailed in Idaho's Boundary County. Wow, look at that. Authorities tell us that the ground under those tracks near Upper Eileen Road was saturated and washed out, causing the cars to leave the tracks and then tumble down that mountainside. They were loaded with grain, so no hazardous materials to worry about. And although there is a river at the bottom, we're told that the cars did not make it to the water. Well, floodwaters continue to rise around the area, and many neighborhoods just can't keep up. KXLY4's Brittany working for you in Southwest Spokane.
Nadine, the ground here at Hallett and Grove is so saturated that there's really nowhere for all of this water to go. Take a look at this field behind me. I'm going to step out of the way. It's looking more like a pond right now, covered in feet of water, and that's really the story for a lot of homes out here. Residents say they're struggling just to keep up with it. It seems the best way to get around town lately might just be by boat, especially when your front yard looks like this.
This is pretty sandy soil. It takes water like crazy, but this year is just too much of it.
Jim Gillingham's home on South Grove Road is now an island surrounded by floodwater.
And that shut down my furnace ducts, filled them up with water, so it shut off my heat, of course.
He's trying to pump it all out and has managed to keep it out of his garage, but water seeped into his crawl space.
That's an awful lot of water to get rid of.
Just up the road, David Jacobs is helping his friend drain his front yard and basement.
And we're pumping 1,600 gallons an hour, and that's about all we're doing is maintaining.
The homeowner didn't want to talk on camera, but Jacobs says this was his friend's dream home.
Very heart sunk.
And right now, his dream basement is more like a nightmare.
It's just frustrating because we can't get ahead of it.
Flooding in the front yard is more than 3 feet deep.
Yeah, we're stuck here. If you don't have a tall truck, you ain't getting in. It's great security, nice moat system.
They're hoping a break in the rain will help, but until then...
You want to go fishing? Come on down. You want to go swimming? Come on down. Take 5 gallons when you leave.
Now, the county says if flooding is on private property, there's really not much they can do. But keep in mind, if you do something to divert water and it damages somebody else's property, you could be held liable. Live in Spokane County tonight, I'm Brittany Paris, KXLY4 News.
Yeah, I got to be careful about that. Thanks a lot, Brittany.